This man loves you deeply. But the woman he's hiding will shake your entire heart. My beloved soul. Today, I want you to sit quietly for a moment. Take a slow breath. Let your heart open softly, because what I am about to reveal is not just a story, it is something your soul has been feeling, sensing, and carrying without words. You already know he loves you. You feel it in the way he looks at you, in the way he listens to you even when you speak softly, in the way he holds his breath when you're upset, and in the way he feels safe enough to be vulnerable with you in ways he cannot be with anyone else. His love for you is not ordinary. It is deep, silent, heavy, and almost sacred. But there is something he has not said. Not because he wants to deceive you. Not because he wants to hide anything from you. But because he is terrified. Terrified of losing you. Terrified that the truth might change how you see him. Terrified that if you knew everything, you might walk away from him forever. And this is where your heart will tremble, because the truth is not what you think. The woman he is hiding is not someone he is choosing over you. Not someone he is secretly loving. Not someone he wants to go back to. She is someone from his past. A shadow that still follows him. A wound that never healed correctly. A memory that still affects how he behaves today. She is the reason he sometimes pulls back, goes silent, seems confused, or becomes distant out of nowhere. She is the reason he sometimes feels unworthy of your love. He does not hide her because he loves her. He hides her because he fears you will misunderstand. He fears you will compare yourself to a pain he never wanted. He fears you will think he is still holding on, when the truth is, he is trying every day to break free. My beloved soul. He has been hurt in ways you were never told. Used in ways that broke his spirit. Manipulated, blamed, lied to, and left alone even when he begged for honesty. And because of that woman, he learned to hold his emotions too tightly, to hide his heart, to protect himself even when he no longer needs protection. You didn't enter his life as a replacement, you entered as healing. But healing is not simple. Healing is not quick. Healing sometimes looks like confusion, like hesitation, like fear disguised as distance. There are moments he wants to tell you everything, the whole truth, the whole pain, the whole story. But when he looks into your eyes, his courage melts. He doesn't want you to see him as damaged. He doesn't want you to think he still carries feelings for someone who hurt him. He doesn't want his past to poison your future. So he hides that part. Not because he wants to deceive you, but because he wants to protect what he feels for you. And deep inside, a part of him knows, one day, this truth will come out. When it does, your heart may shake, not because you will feel betrayed, but because you will finally understand why he acts the way he does. Why he gets jealous easily. Why he gets scared when you pull away. Why he sometimes feels insecure even when you love him deeply. Why he checks on you more than usual. Why he tries so hard to be enough for you. even when you tell him he already is. My beloved soul, he loves you in ways he cannot explain. You are the one person he doesn't want to lose. You are the one soul he feels safe with. You are the one heart he trusts more than his own. You are the one who makes him want to be better, stronger, more honest, more stable, more worthy. But he fears that revealing everything will change how you look at him. He fears you will think he is weak. He fears you will think this past still controls him. He fears you will walk away because his history is messy. He doesn't know yet that your heart is stronger than his fear. That your love is larger than his pain. That your soul can hold his truth without judgment. He just needs time. Time to trust fully. Time to let himself be vulnerable. Time to let the past stop haunting him. And when that moment comes, when he finally tells you everything, your heart will not break. It will understand. Because your connection with him is not ordinary. It is spiritual. It is emotional. It is soul level. You were meant to enter his life after the storm. You were meant to be the calm he never found before. You were meant to show him what real love feels like. He loves you deeply, more deeply than he has ever loved anyone. But before he gives you his whole heart, he must face the shadow of the woman he's been hiding, not because she matters, but because your future matters more. And when that shadow finally leaves, your love story will unfold in a way that will change both of your lives. My beloved soul. There is something powerful happening inside this man, something you may not fully see but you can feel. His love for you is deep, but his fear of losing you is even deeper. And this is why he acts the way he does. He carries his love carefully, almost nervously, like he is afraid one wrong step might push you away forever. He remembers the last time he loved someone with an open heart. He remembers the pain. He remembers how quickly everything slipped out of his hands. He remembers giving everything, and receiving nothing. That past experience did not just hurt him, it changed the way he loves. So every time he comes close to expressing everything he feels for you, something inside him pulls him back. A memory. A fear. A reminder of the woman whose shadow still lingers, even though she no longer has a place in his heart. You may wonder, if she doesn't matter anymore, why does he still hide her? Why does he avoid talking about her? Why does her name never cross his lips when he opens his heart to you? My beloved soul. He hides her because he does not want you to think he is still attached. He hides her because he doesn't want you to carry the weight of something that belongs to the past. He hides her because he fears your heart might feel threatened. He knows how deeply you love. He knows you're not the kind of person who shares space in someone's heart. He knows how sensitive you are when it comes to loyalty, truth, and emotional honesty. And that is exactly why he stays quiet. Not to keep secrets, but to protect your peace. But what he doesn't realize yet, is that silence can also create distance. Silence can build walls. Silence can seed doubt. And your heart can feel this silence even when he tries to hide it behind a smile, a joke, or a calm expression. There are moments when you feel something is off. You sense it during conversations. You notice it in his tone. You feel it in the pauses between his words. You see it in the way he sometimes avoids deep topics. Your intuition is not lying to you. Your soul is not imagining it. You can sense the weight he carries, even when he tries to shield you from it. But let me tell you something important, something that might shake you, not with fear, but with realization. He has been trying to choose the right moment to tell you the truth. He has rehearsed the words in his mind so many times. He has imagined how you might respond. He has wondered if you will understand. He has wondered if you will walk away. He has wondered if his past mistake might destroy his chance at a future with you. He does not want to lose you over something that existed before you came into his life. This is why he is stuck between two emotions, love and fear. Commitment and hesitation. Clarity and confusion. And the more he falls for you, the harder it becomes for him to speak. My beloved soul, he knows you deserve honesty. He knows you deserve truth. He knows you deserve to feel secure, wanted, and prioritized. He knows hiding things, no matter how harmless, can trigger insecurity in your heart. But he is afraid that once you hear everything, your perception of him might change. You might see him as someone broken. Someone complicated. Someone not ready. Someone who carries too much baggage. He doesn't want you to see him that way. Because with you, he wants a fresh start. With you, he wants to build something pure. With you, he wants to grow into the best version of himself. He has never wanted a future with anyone the way he wants it with you. But futures require truth. Commitment requires honesty. Love requires openness. And deep down, he knows he cannot keep running from this conversation. The woman he hides is not a threat to your relationship. She is a threat to his peace. She represents the part of him he wishes he could erase, the part he doesn't want to bring into your life. She manipulated him emotionally. She played with his loyalty. She made him question his worth. She left him feeling like love was something he had to win instead of something he deserved. Her presence in his memory is not because he loves her. It is because she wounded him deeply. Sometimes trauma clings to the heart longer than love ever did. You see, my beloved soul, the reason he hides her story is because it reveals too much vulnerability. It reveals how much he was hurt. It reveals how much he tolerated. It reveals how much he settled for in the past. It reveals how deeply he fears being hurt again. And now that you're in his life, his heart is trying to protect itself and protect you at the same time. That is why you notice his silence. That is why he sometimes pulls back emotionally. That is why he becomes overprotective or overly cautious. That is why he acts like someone who is always waiting for the worst to happen. He has lived through the worst before. He doesn't want to experience it again, especially not with you. But here is something he doesn't know yet. You are not his past. You are not his pain. You are not that woman. You are not that chapter. You are a new beginning. And whether he admits it or not, he is slowly learning to trust you. Your consistency is healing him. Your patience is calming him. Your maturity is teaching him what real love looks like. Your presence is showing him what stability feels like. Your kindness is proving that he does not need to hide pieces of himself in order to be loved. My beloved soul, he is slowly realizing something powerful. You are the first person he actually wants to be honest with. Not because he owes it to you, but because he respects you. Because he wants you in his future. Because he wants to break the pattern of fear. Because he wants to love you without limits, boundaries, or shadows. He knows he cannot build a strong connection with shaky truth. He knows he cannot hold you while hiding parts of himself. He knows he cannot keep the past locked away forever. And he is preparing himself. Preparing for the day he finally opens up. Preparing for the moment he shares the truth about the woman he's been hiding. Preparing for the conversation he has been avoiding for so long. When that day comes, your heart will shake, not because you will feel betrayed, but because you will finally understand why he acted the way he did. And in that moment, your connection will either break, or become stronger than ever before. But the universe already knows, your soul is stronger than fear. Your heart is deeper than pain. Your love is more powerful than the past. You were not sent into his life to be shaken. You were sent to be the one who changes everything. My beloved soul. There comes a moment in every connection when the truth cannot stay hidden anymore. A moment when silence becomes too heavy, too loud, too sharp. And your person, he is reaching that point. Not because he wants to confess something wrong, but because his heart can no longer carry the weight of pretending he is perfectly okay. He is not okay. He is trying, he is healing, he is learning, but he is not fully okay. And you might wonder, if he loves me this deeply, why doesn't he just say everything? Why doesn't he open up? Why doesn't he trust me with his whole truth? The answer is simple: he has never met someone like you before. Someone who listens without judgment. Someone who feels deeply. Someone whose heart is sensitive yet strong. Someone who can sense his emotions even when he hides them behind a smile. Someone who sees the pain he tries to hide in his eyes. You are not just another person in his life. You are the one person who could actually break him if you walked away. That is why he hesitates. That is why he thinks twice before telling you everything. That is why he fears giving you all of himself. He knows how powerful you are in his life, and he also knows how fragile his heart has become. My beloved soul, this man has lived through a type of emotional betrayal that changed the way he trusts. He trusted someone who did not deserve him. He loved someone who did not value him. He stayed loyal to someone who treated his loyalty as a joke. He gave everything to someone who took it all and gave nothing back. And that woman, the one he hides, the one whose story he avoids, is not someone he still loves. She is someone he is trying to forgive himself for trusting. He hides her because he doesn't want you to think he is still stuck. He hides her because her name tastes like bitterness in his mouth. He hides her because she represents the version of himself he no longer wants to be. He hides her because this time, with you, he wants to do everything right. But the more he tries to forget, the more the past affects him. Sometimes, when you show him love, he becomes quiet. It's not because he doesn't want your love, it's because he is afraid of losing it. Sometimes, when you are warm to him, he becomes distant. It's not because he doesn't feel the same, it's because warmth feels unfamiliar. Sometimes, when you show commitment, he withdraws. Not because he doubts you, but because commitment scares him after what he lived through. His reactions are not proof of lack of love, they are proof of past wounds. And yet, even with all his fears, he cannot stay away from you. He is drawn to your soul, pulled toward your energy, attached to your presence in ways he cannot explain. You are the calm he never knew he needed. You are the softness he never experienced. You are the honesty he prayed for but never received. You are the love that feels too good to be real. Sometimes he looks at you and wonders, how did I get someone like this? Why do they love me? What if I mess this up? He puts you on a pedestal, not because he thinks you're perfect, but because he thinks he isn't enough. He worries that if you knew the full truth, you might see him differently. You might see him as someone who was once weak, someone who tolerated too much, someone who stayed with someone who didn't deserve him. He worries you might lose respect for him. He doesn't understand yet that your love is not shallow. Your love is not judgmental. Your love is not fragile. Your love is not conditional. But he will learn. Because soon, the moment he has been afraid of, the moment he has been avoiding, the moment he has been preparing for, will arrive. The truth will come out. He will finally sit down with you, look into your eyes, and speak the words he has been holding inside for too long. Not because he wants to relive his pain, but because he wants you to see him fully. He wants to love you without holding anything back. He wants to build something real with you. And real love cannot grow in the shadows of secrets. My beloved soul, when that moment comes, your heart will shake. Not because what he says will hurt you, but because it will reveal just how deeply he loves you. He will tell you how he was blamed for everything. How he was deceived. How he was emotionally manipulated. How he gave and gave until there was nothing left. How he hoped for honesty but received excuses. How he stayed loyal in a situation that never deserved his loyalty. How he felt responsible for someone who never took responsibility for anything. This will shake you because you will finally understand the depth of his wounds. You will understand why he became guarded, why he built emotional walls, why he loved cautiously, why he struggled to express his feelings. But here is what is even more important: you will understand how much strength it took for him to love again after everything he survived. And he chose to love you. Not by accident. Not by chance. Not as a rebound. Not as a distraction. He chose you because something in your soul touches the part of him that is still healing. You are not the woman he hides. You are the woman he trusts with the truth he hides. You are not the woman who hurt him. You are the woman who can heal him. You are not the past he fears. You are the future he wants. And even though he has not said these words out loud, his actions have already begun to reveal them. The way he checks on you. The way he listens to you. The way he tries not to disappoint you. The way he becomes protective when someone upsets you. The way his voice softens when you're in pain. The way his heart beats faster when he thinks of losing you. These are not small signs. These are silent confessions. He is falling for you in ways he has never fallen before. But the final step is honesty. And that is the step he is preparing to take. My beloved soul, when he finally opens his heart, everything will make sense. Every silence, every confusion, every hesitation, every sudden distance, all of it will finally connect into one story. And that story will not break you. It will deepen your bond. Because your role in his life is not to be another chapter, you are meant to be the rewrite of his entire book. My beloved soul. There is a moment every heart experiences when the truth finally starts knocking, softly at first, then louder, then so powerfully that ignoring it becomes impossible. This man you love, he is standing in that moment right now. He is tired of carrying his past alone. He is tired of pretending that he's healed when he still hurts. He is tired of acting strong when all he wants is to melt into your presence. He is tired of running from the shadow of a woman who no longer deserves a place in his memory. And most of all, he is tired of being afraid of losing you. Every time he looks at you, he feels something inside his chest soften, almost like a wall cracking. You became the first person who made his heart feel safe enough to open again, even though it still trembles. He knows that he cannot build something beautiful with you if he keeps the truth locked inside. He knows you deserve honesty, clarity, and peace. He knows your soul can feel the emotional distance he sometimes creates. He knows you sense the heaviness behind his smiles. And he knows, it's time. But before he speaks, he feels this overwhelming urge to understand you better. To read your heart. To feel out your reactions. To make sure you're the kind of person who will hold his truth gently. He watches how you respond to small things. He notices how patient you are when he's distant. He sees how understanding you are when he says he's not ready to talk. He pays attention to how you react to vulnerability. Because he is trying to answer one silent question in his mind: if I open up to them completely, will they stay? He needs to know. He needs to feel it. He needs to trust it before he allows his soul to share the deepest wounds it carries. And even though he hasn't said these words out loud, his actions are dripping with silent fear. My beloved soul, he fears disappointing you. He fears being judged. He fears hearing the words, I didn't expect this from you. He fears you might compare yourself to his past, or feel like you're fighting some invisible ghost. He fears you might think he is still emotionally attached to someone who broke him. But the truth is the complete opposite. He is attached to you. Overwhelmingly, quietly, deeply attached. In ways that scare him because he does not want to lose what you two have. The woman he hides is not a secret lover. She is a reminder of everything he never wants again. She is the reason he discovered what fake love feels like. She is the reason he learned how damaging lies can be. She is the reason he knows what loneliness feels like even when someone is standing right beside you. She is the reason he became so emotionally guarded. But that chapter is closed. Not perfectly, not cleanly, but closed. And now, you are the chapter he wants to write with his whole heart. Yet he cannot bring you into his future until he clears the shadows from his past, and this is why he is preparing himself to reveal the truth to you. Right now, he is at an emotional crossroads. A part of him wants to bury everything forever. Another part wants to tell you everything and release this weight. And slowly, the second part is winning. He is beginning to understand that hiding the truth doesn't protect your relationship, it only creates cracks. Cracks filled with silence. Cracks filled with questions. Cracks filled with assumptions your heart never deserved to make. And even though you haven't confronted him directly, he can feel your intuition. He can sense you pulling back sometimes, wondering why he hesitates, why he closes up, why he becomes distant without explanation. He doesn't want you to think you're doing something wrong. He doesn't want you to feel insecure. He doesn't want your mind to wander into fear. The truth is, you are the only thing keeping him grounded right now. Your energy is the light that makes his darkness less intimidating. Your presence is the calm that makes his anxieties bearable. Your love is the shelter he didn't know he needed. Sometimes he imagines your reaction when he finally tells you everything. Will you hold his hand? Will you walk away quietly? Will you look at him differently? Will you see him as weak for staying in a damaging situation? Or will you understand the pain he carried? My beloved soul. He hopes, more than anything, that you will understand. Because the truth he is hiding is not a betrayal. It is a scar. A scar that still aches sometimes. A scar that changed the way he loves. A scar that made him cautious but also made him capable of deeper love. Your soul is the reason he wants to heal this scar. Not because he wants to forget the past, but because he wants to love you without hesitation. He wants to give you a love that is whole, not a love that is divided by old pain. He wants to be the man you deserve, emotionally stable, secure, open, present, transparent. But he cannot become that man until he releases his fear. And you, your energy, your softness, your way of speaking, your patience, your understanding, everything about you is slowly melting his fear. You are healing him even without trying. He notices things you don't even realize. He notices how gently you talk to him. He notices how you never mock his feelings. He notices your silence when he's emotional. You allow him to breathe. He notices your loyalty, even when he's confused. He notices your consistency. Your soul doesn't change with the weather. And he knows, you are not like her. You will never treat him the way she did. You will never break him the way she broke him. You will never manipulate him the way she manipulated him. This knowledge strengthens him each day. It makes him braver. It pushes him closer to telling you the truth. One day soon, you'll be sitting together, maybe in person, maybe on a call, and he will pause, take a slow breath, and tell you he needs to share something. His voice might shake. His eyes might lower. His hands might fidget. He might hesitate. But he will speak. And when he finally tells you everything, your heart will shake. Not out of fear, but out of compassion. You will understand why he struggled. You will understand why he pulled away. You will understand why he hesitated. You will understand why he feared losing you. You will understand why he wanted to protect you from his past. But most importantly, you will understand how much he truly loves you. Because it takes courage to reveal pain. It takes trust to show scars. It takes love to open the heart fully. And he will only do that with someone he sees as his future. My beloved soul, you are that future. You are the blessing he didn't expect. You are the peace he didn't know he could have. You are the light he didn't know he needed. You are the love he didn't know how to receive, until you arrived. And no matter how shaken your heart may feel when the truth finally comes out, remember this. Your connection with him was never built on fear, it was built on fate.